Good morning, afternoon, evening, YouTube, whenever you are watching this. So we're kind of prep week 5 almost. Week 4 has been ticked off. It's Wednesday the 5th of March, so I'm officially just over a month into prep now. I started on February 4th. Yesterday was my month into prep day. So yeah, we are, guess what, on a leg day. I swear I do this every week. Wednesday is kind of the day where I feel like I've probably got a bit more mental capacity and time to film. So it just ends up being that I start these vlogs on a Wednesday and I'm probably falling behind in terms of weekly just because of the way things have pushed back. So yeah, this is kind of like prep week 5, but my last vlog was week 3. So I'm trying my best, but at the end of the day, there's not loads and loads and loads of updates at the moment anyway. So yesterday, Tuesday, is my first check-in of the week. I'm checking in on Tuesdays and Fridays at the moment. Tuesday's like my official check-in day that I always had in the off season as well. So that's the day where I get my video response from my coach and he goes through everything. So yesterday, changes that we made. Well, firstly, I should talk about the weekend. So the weekend was my client meetup that I mentioned in the last vlog. That was incredible. The best one ever, not just my opinion, but clients that have been to frequent meetups before, in their opinion as well, it was the best one. It was really fun. We had 4 posing classes with Hannah from Team Posing with Hannah. She's incredible. She always brings so much energy. She also did a confidence seminar afterwards, which people really benefited from. So yeah, I was really happy with how everyone sort of received that. And then we all trained as well, except for me, obviously. So that day for me was about running lower food. My coach asks me to pull basically my snacks, which is a square bar and a banana, that I'd usually have, like pre-workout banana, as you saw in the last video, and then a square bar in the afternoon. We pulled those snacks and so it was basically running like 1700 calories. I saw a low of 142.8 on the scales, which is my current weight this morning as well. I had a couple of days where the scales trended up into the 143s yesterday and the day before, and that's purely because I'm due on my period still. So today is day 34 of my cycle. Running a little bit late, but definitely feeling that it's like very much looming. So if it doesn't start today, it'll be tomorrow or the day after. It's definitely nearly here. We're just looking forward to getting that period out of the way now. So from yesterday, we've actually decided that I'm going to keep running. So I've been on the 1920 calories, which you saw in my full day of eating last week. Nothing's changed with that food. But now going forward, when it is a rest day, so obviously I've had 3 training days in a row, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Tomorrow will be my first rest day where I'll be running that same, as in no square bar and no banana again, and it's a 1700 calorie day. He's also just slightly dropped my meal 3 cream of rice, which is like post workout, but on like the low days I've just been running no training and rest days, so I'd still have that cream of rice meal. It would just be a meal, not post workout. That would be 60 grams. It's going to be 50 grams on the rest days now, so it's like we've always just been running lower days for about nearly 2 weeks now, and then it's just going to go back to sort of like a low day and then an even lower day, which is essentially training and rest day food. So that's the updates going forward. Everything else, expenditure-wise, PED-wise, remains the same. So yeah, just going to see. I'll be checking in again on Friday. And obviously, like I say, I've hit that low this morning. And then by the time I've done a rest day tomorrow and hopefully my periods come, I'll check in on Friday and maybe we'll have had some more movement as well. And of course, the visuals should have tightened up by then as well, because obviously I was a little bit inflamed yesterday checking in when I'm due on. So I'm looking forward to that. And then we'll just kind of see how these sort of lower days go and get the period out of the way. And then we'll see from there. But I'm seeing my coach in person this Saturday at B Modified Gym in Derby. So I'm looking forward to that, him seeing me in person. And we'll probably have a plan of action for the following week as well. And we'll eventually be running a high day, probably post period. I've been very tired this week. Training's been really tough, but I am also week 6 into this training block now. And the energy from like that pre-period, girls, you'll know when you're due on, God, like sometimes you just have absolutely no energy. So I've very much been there. I think I've also been quite brain fogged because, oh no, it's happened again. It wasn't me. Oh, thank God it wasn't me. I was going to say, there's something wrong with this cooker, because I went upstairs to just put my face on a little bit while I was like, oh, I'll leave my rice to cook. Came back downstairs and it wasn't on. And I was thinking I'd forgotten, but no, it's just happened again. This is really inconvenient because I want to get on with my pre-workout meal, which is the 80 grams of rice still. That is al dente, to say the least. No, not cooked at all. Sound. Hopefully the cooker decides to stay on this time, because the sausages are cooked, ready to eat, and I'm ready to get on with eating and crack on. So I was just making my intro workout there. with the CMP loaded EAAs and then 2 grams of pink salt. So I'm ready to eat. I just need my rice to cook. Aloha! It's not often I do a walk and talk, but I am just feeling it today. I'm walking down this hill. You can't really see it with the camera, but it's the Leeds skyline is in my view. So I live in Pudsey, but it's not far from Leeds. It's like between Leeds and Bradford. And yeah, it's just a beautiful blue day. And I'm out just finishing off my steps before it's like after 5 o'clock now, so we're getting those longer days, so it's like I can leave the house after 5 to go and get my steps, and it'll still be like when I get home, which is great. So I've got about 4,000 steps left to get, which is sound. Technically 5,000, but I also need to go to the supermarket later, which will do me about 1,000 steps, so I don't want to overdo my steps. It's important as well on prep, just to make sure you don't overdo things. I made a huge mistake on Sunday of getting 16,500 steps. I was the most depleted I've been in a long time on Sunday because, you know, being due on, and then also a really poor night's sleep on Saturday night. Despite how amazing the team meet was, I woke up on Saturday at 3 a.m. Well, Sunday morning technically at 3 a.m. I just couldn't get back to sleep, and it just robbed me of the crucial hours that I need at the moment. And I just felt really, really, really rough on Sunday. And then I ended up going on a reservoir walk, not realising how long that walk was. Absolutely knackered going around it. So yeah, 16,500 steps later was not good. It's really not a good idea to overdo your steps. You know, you want to be making sure that everything you do is absolutely bang on consistent, so that we know, okay, this is how my body's responding to this protocol, you know, these amount of steps, this amount of cardio, and then my coach can make the right decisions at the right time with my input. So yes, we don't overdo steps, so I'm just going on a shorter walk now to make sure that I leave some for when I get round the supermarket as well. I think everyone can agree with this, right? When you're on prep, just had to stop then, otherwise I was going to get run over. Sound, worth it for the vlog. When you're on prep, you go to the shop so much more than when you're in off season. I don't know why, but you just need bits every day, and you can't be flexible with what you need to get exactly that. So I'm off to the shops. I've realised that I go through 3 packets of hex sausages a week at the moment. £10 a week, £40 a month. Sound, but better than having chicken. I haven't had chicken in the longest time, and I don't intend to start having it. Gave me the ick, and I haven't regained the non-ick, whatever. Look at that. God, I love where I live. Such a vibe. Anyway, I'm on a busier road now, so still beautiful though. So I'll stop talking now, but don't want you to not hear me through the cars and stuff. But yeah, I was just having a moment there. I just uploaded some professional photos from the team meet on Saturday, and it just made me think, God, I love my team, and how grateful I am to do what I do every day with business, but also with this prep, which I'm really actually enjoying. I say actually as if I wouldn't. I don't keep doing preps because I don't enjoy them. Obviously I enjoy them, but you know what I mean. I'm just having a really good time on this one. Just love waking up every morning, having my routine, ticking my boxes, getting it done, and sharing it. So that's that. All right, cheeky update for this week. It's now Saturday the 8th of March. I'm currently on the way to see my coach in Derby. So I've stopped at Rotherham service station just to get my pre-workout meal in. So it's the 4 hex sausages, the 50 grams of avocado, and the 80 grams of white rice. Getting that in now because I'm about 40 minutes away from B Modified Gym, which is where we're meeting to train and have an in-person check-in. So just getting my food in and I'll be on the way. But it's an absolutely stunning, hot, sunny day. In fact, I'm probably going to take this off for the remainder of the journey. I've just been blasting the aircon, but for the remainder of the journey, I think I will take this off. Absolutely beautiful day. This is definitely the best day that we've had so far in the UK this year. It's actually feeling like summer, which is so nice. So I'm going to finish getting this in. I've also got a rain, the raspberry one, and then after that I can get started on my creatine, the blue slushy by Trained by JP. And that's that. Got my intra workout in my bag, which is down there, full of my posing suit, my tripod, everything else I need, heels. And then I've got my cream of rice for after as well, which is going to be gross. Cold cream of rice is not my thing, but when we're out and about, it's what we do, because it's an hour and a half drive in total. So I'm obviously not going to finish training and then have nothing else to eat afterwards. I've got my banana as well for when I get there for like my pre-workout right before. And I've also got a square bar. That's my food sorted for the day. And I'm super looking forward to seeing my coach in person. This is the first time I've seen him in person since he's been my coach. I've met him a few times, but not as my coach. So super excited. I'll catch you in a bit. I forgot to really film in there, but yeah, I've just finished now. So it's time for my post-workout cream of rice, which is probably going to be vile. I made it yesterday. Okay, can't wait to eat this. I made it look a little bit nicer by getting out some of the berry juice, but that's what we're working with. So just gotta drive home now as soon as this has been demolished. Nice 90-minute drive. I realise as well that I didn't have my pre-workout banana. Terrible of me. So I'm probably just going to put this in my cream of rice. Definitely need my sunglasses back on for this glorious day. Oh, excuse the dangly. There we go. So yeah, I need to learn how to make cold cream of rice because it's going to be like a thing going forward, I imagine. Well, it doesn't look too bad actually. It is not bad. I think it's just because like that is still nice and solid. So 60 grams of cream of rice, 75 grams of summer fruits, and 30 grams of whey. Taste test, it passes. I think it looks a lot better now. It's just because of because it's frozen berries. Obviously, they've defrosted and gone all like juicy. Which is what makes it look minging, but it's absolutely fine. This is just, when you're on prep, you'll just eat what you need to eat when you're out and about. And that's just the reality of it. And I'll get this in. It's 10 to 4 now. I've just done some steps on the treadmill, so I'm up at 8,000 steps now. With it being a Saturday, posterior session, no cardio this morning. So I went and got some steps this morning. And then obviously I've just done some. It was literally 16 minutes on the treadmill, but that's topped me up to 8,000 steps. So I've got 12,000 to get. So essentially the plan is to have this, drive home. I'll get home, I guess, at about 5:30ish. And then I need to finish those steps off. I've got posing with Emma tomorrow. 10:30 is the start time. Got cardio in the morning, so I'll get them nice and early. I'm going to prep my meals tonight, because that's 10:30 till 2:30. So it's just about being organised when you're kind of doing stuff and it's prep. Obviously, I've just seen a message from my coach actually. His car's still there, but he had cardio to do after his session, so I kind of left him to it. Yeah, just got cut off then because he just came to the car to see me and say bye, which is super nice. Top lad, top guy, top coach. And yeah, good times ahead. We've got plans in place. We know how the next few weeks are probably going to look. We've already got plans in place for the next in-person meet as well, when I'll be a certain amount of weeks out to see me then. So really exciting. It's been a good day. I'm going to get driving home now. Right, I'm back home in Leeds now, so just finishing off my steps, and yeah, then I'll just chill for the evening after this. And tomorrow is posing workshop day / rest day, so yeah, it'll be my new lower day of 1700 calories, no banana, no square bar, which is fine, you know. Hopefully by the time Monday comes and then a Tuesday check-in, I'll be at a new low, which actually I was this morning. I was 142.4 pounds this morning, which is my lowest weigh-in so far. It's day 37 of my cycle. No period yet, just some very like crunching lower abdominal pains that I've had every day the last few days, where it's just like, you know, and it feels like a hand is literally clutching at your abdominals at the bottom. That's how it feels, but no period. So it's fine. Me and my coach agreed that we'll deload next week. I think I'm going to train Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then take Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday off, which works well with my plans next weekend as well, to be fair, because I'm going up to the lakes where there's naffle gyms anywhere to be seen. So that'll be good. Oh, and I've just literally thought now as well, which I didn't say to my coach. I didn't point it out to him, I mean. He knows I've got my bloods getting tested next Saturday morning. that's also perfect to not train for a couple of days beforehand, because you get a much more accurate representation of where your bloods are actually at, rather than when they're like skewed by training. Training can like put out a fair few markers, like liver enzymes, like kidney markers. It can actually put off quite a few markers, so it'll actually be good to have not trained for a couple of days when I go and get those bloods, so it all just works out. So I'll have a nice week off the gym, well, half a week, and then wash off some fatigue. And the plan is to really dig in now. So we've set a next in-person meet for 6 weeks' time, the 19th of April, by which point coach said if we could have he said about £128, so about £14 off, like 12 to £14, so £2.5 a week would be a fantastic rate of loss if we could start to pick that up. So that's the goal. I know it's doable and I'm excited to get there, so that's where we're at. Happy days. All right, so it's now Monday. I'm going to wrap up the vlog here, as tomorrow will be week 5 exactly of prep, as in 5 weeks into prep tomorrow exactly. So it'll be nice to wrap up the vlog here and start a new one. So I've trained push and glutes today. The plan is training pull tomorrow, and then I'm going to deload from there. Actually, I'm going to take Wednesday through till Sunday off. So 5 full days out of the gym is going to do me good. Feeling pretty knackered. Definitely still regressing in my sessions like I did today. Also I think it's like day 39 of my cycle now. Still no period. Still waking up with lower abdominal cramps. Whether or not the period will arrive or not is to be seen, but maybe with just de-stressing by not training for a few days, it might come. It might just be super late, and that is something that we will see. Now, back to yesterday's posing workshop. It was super good. It was 4 whole hours. It was probably the most posing that a lot of us have ever done, just like on our feet in our heels for a long time. We were dying, but also it was really good to practice going through posing fundamentals and stagecraft. And then we all had 3 rounds on stage as well. So my client Ashley, who is a bikini athlete, was also there. She's competed a few times before. Her posing is very nice. So she's the one with the pink hair. But yeah, she's got very good posing etiquette. She's got very good style and flow in her posing already. But she's one of Emma's clients as well. She's part of the posing academy that Emma has. So she gets regular feedback from Emma, which is great. It's always good for me when clients take their posing seriously, because we know that they're going to stand out on stage for all the right reasons and show off their physique in its best light. So Ashley will be starting her prep in a couple of weeks' time. I have quite a lot of clients starting preps. One started today, one started last week, one started a little while back. And then I've got quite a few starting in the next few weeks as well, into the sort of August, September, October shows. So there's going to be a point from August where I'm at shows every weekend, which is kind of how the back end of my year is going to look, which is why I want to get my prep done and dusted by the summer, so that I'll be free and ready for clients, which is why I'm prepping now, and not so that it clashes with a lot of them doing their shows as well. I also got to pose with just the NPC figure girls. There was 9 of us in total, but 6 of them were more PCA styles and things, and then there was 3 of us specifically that do NPC style. So the girl next to me is an Ifbb pro. She's the one who invited me to the workshop, otherwise I would never have gone. It's not usually my sort of thing, but it was definitely nice to get out of my comfort zone anyway. I would never usually choose to go to a group posing thing, but it was a really good way to push myself. And the main feedback for me was just like, and I already know this, I get told by Emma a lot, is just to be more aggressive with my posing. And it's called a front relaxed pose. It doesn't mean we just like sort of chill. We, they were saying like get big, get wide, and really, really go into your poses and really like make a stamp. So I did try and do that today after I'd trained, and just kind of focus on that. Obviously, even after 4 hours of posing yesterday, I still made sure to get my post-workout posing in today. But anyway, I'll wrap this vlog up here. Like I said, I've updated you on the whole and how things have gone, meeting in person with my coach and the feedback from him. Obviously, got my check-in with him tomorrow, so I'm really looking forward to what I imagine will be a few changes to get things really moving along on this prep. So we'll see what he has to say then, and obviously you'll hear all the updates next week. So apart from that, if you have got this far, comment posing. I suppose we just talked about posing. Comment posing if you got this far. Keep up the comments, guys, because they are going really well. Like the video if you got this far as well and you haven't liked it already. Subscribe if you're not already and you happen to be new. And I'll see you all in next week's installment. Ciao for now.